Thank you, Liz. Thanks, Liz, and thanks for having me here. And Liz is one of our best members at the gym. She comes all the time. It's great. And I have a paper. So spearheading an industry that has not been done in Maine, and we have had no inspiration or no other companies really to model ourselves after, was completely overwhelming, completely daunting getting out of the gate. Don't know why we decided to do that. Sounded like a good idea. Industry research was so scarce, we had to look far and wide, and it was good. We called places in California and Texas and a few places throughout the country, but they all had different demographics and different population bases. So it was very hard to get the wheels turning on wrapping our brains around what we had to do. We had no idea what people would want around here, what people would expect, and especially what people would come to patronize. We knew that we had to get the formula, the business model of the gym right out of the gate, but we also had to express to people of Maine what the hell it is we're trying to do and make them understand the benefits that they could get from coming to such a place. We've plastered on the wall at the gym, in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity, from Albert Einstein, one of my heroes. And we discovered that this challenge of coming up with this new industry and developing this new business where it doesn't exist before is actually put us in a really unique position to start a revolution of sorts. Start blue sky and create this industry and build it exactly to our liking, and mold it around exactly what our own personal visions were. So we identified an opponent: traditional fitness, and broken resolutions, and boredom at the gym. And we started to garner the interest around this really nebulous concept of obstacle fitness. And we didn't really know what it would turn into, but we kept that concept nebulous for a reason, so that we could talk to people, get ideas. And we started to spark excitement all throughout Portland and Maine, and even beyond Maine, in this audience. And we created this real faithful allegiance of people who wanted to do a few things for us. They wanted to tell us exactly what they wanted, which was great. They wanted to work for us, which was very cool. They wanted to put up flyers. They wanted to come train, work for us at the gym, and they wanted to give us money, which was great. So that that revolution really kind of worked for us. We started a thing that didn't exist. And we actually sold memberships like 8 months before we actually had anything to offer. We were just selling promises. Air. But it worked. It worked. So this allowed us to not only understand who our audience was and what they wanted, but it allowed us to help them understand our core mission and sneakily kind of condition their thinking to exactly fit our own vision and concept that we created. So we got some confidence with that, and the next step was to find a place. Find a space to do this. Big space. We have 5,000 square feet. It's about what we were looking for at the time, and it was very hard to find a warehouse space that had adequate parking. Usually you get like one spot per 1,000 square feet or something. So we had lots of trouble finding adequate parking, adequate ceiling height, enough space, clean enough, good flooring, and in a good location. So we struggled with that, and we started looking in August of 2000, or maybe November of 2014, and we looked at dozens and dozens and dozens of places and just kept scratching them off the list. And we'd come close to one, and it would just fall through at the last minute. One was perfect, and it would just get ripped out from under us at the last minute. Very discouraging. Took the wind out of our sails on several occasions, but thanks to our audience now, our core, the people that we had come to build this concept with, we had gotten enough momentum that we weren't going to stop, and we eventually found a space that worked for us. And I went ahead and broke my Achilles tendon, and was on crutches for several months while we were opening a Ninja Warrior gym, which is really great. So that, again, sales deflated again. But I said, you know what, we gotta do this. We signed the lease and moved forward with it. And signing the lease was interesting. Who here has kids? Few. All right, a good few. That changes the ball game, right? As soon as I signed that lease, big lease, put my name on the personal guarantee of the loan. Big loan. Completely, I lost it. I freaked out. My signature was out there, was done. I spent the next 2 or 3 weeks just curled up in a ball. This pit in my throat, pit in my stomach. Couldn't breathe. Couldn't sleep at night. Just a wreck. And it was ugly. I was convinced I was throwing away my children's future. I have worked in product development for 12 years, had a solid job, have a house and kids and cars and things like that, and I'm just taking this and gambling with it. What a feeling, right? If I didn't get this right, my vision was we'd be eating cat food and wearing garbage bags and huddled around a tire fire for the rest of our lives. Which, of course, is still a possibility. But the reality is I've done my homework. I had my fallback plan in place. If I didn't pull the trigger on this, the opportunity cost for my kids would be so much greater than if I had tried and failed. I had so much that I wanted to give them. I think the meaning of life is to teach, to pass on your knowledge to the next generation so that they can lead more fulfilling lives than we have, be more successful than we have been. And with the knowledge that I've gained through entrepreneurship, business ownership, I only have that much more to give to them and fulfill my duty as a human being, pass it on to the next generation. So I know I've done the right thing now, and so yeah, there are challenges around every corner, and every morning when I wake up, there's more challenges, but guaranteed that when you look at it from the right angle, you can always turn that challenge into an opportunity. So there you go.